What's up, everybody? It's your boy Cam. I'm sitting here with my lovely wife Vicky, and we are your host for the show, for the pod. Everything is we. Let's get it, Matt Ting Wagwan, my youth. We about to get right into the show.
What is wrong with you today?
We're about to get right into the show. Listen, I'm excited. I am excited. I really am excited, like in real life. There's so many good things going on, along with the crazy. I'll get into that later. But I'm excited, man. You know, you guys are responding well to the pods and the videos and the vlogs and Vicky's channel and the morning devotions. I'm just excited. I feel like we have some good momentum during this time. How do you feel?
I don't have as much energy as you, but
I understand.
Sure.
I understand. There's something inside of you that is.
I was fine until like an
pulling from
hour
it.
ago, and then I just started getting real sleepy. But I've been up since 4 a.m. So your child. I don't know what this thing be doing, but I was up.
Baby be up. Baby be
4.
ready to turn up.
I was up
Baby
at
said,
4.
I don't know about you, but me, I'm going to turn up.
And it's weird because I didn't feel anything. So I'm like, why am I up? It's annoying that I'm up and nothing's happening. Like, it'd be different if I could feel something, but I had to go to the bathroom, had gas, and I was just laying there, and I'm like, okay, well.
But I thought you said when you woke up, I thought you were saying like you felt something, even though your top half of your stomach was empty.
Right. It always looks weird in the morning because like my stomach don't have nothing in it. So then it'd be flat. And then like the bottom part of my stomach be like big. And I'm like, ew, this looks nasty.
Cause I was like, what are you, like, I just woke up. You was like,
Ew.
ew. I was like, is everything all right?
It looks weird.
What is going on?
It's like, it's just strange. So.
Looked like a slight bump in the curve.
I tried to.
Here you can see there was slight exponential growth on this.
Yes, that's what it looks like.
Stomach looking like a analyst chart.
Right. But no, I didn't feel anything. I was just like, oh, there you are.
There you go. Well, hey guys, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and not waste any more time. My wife is tired, and as you can see, I'm pretty lit. You may ask, what have you drank today, Cam? I've had no coffee. I've had no caffeine. Well, does this have caffeine in it?
No,
I just started drinking it.
It doesn't.
It still got no caffeine in it, but it's good. I've had 2 protein shakes today, though. I went to the gym. I went to a new gym today. A new Lifetime, brand new. It's nice. They got pickleball courts. I might join. Anyway. We're going to go ahead and get right into today's topic. I asked you all on the gram about some good pod topics. I had already planned on talking about a few of these things, but you all actually, this one particular young lady, you asked 2 great questions, and we're going to respond to what you posted. Number 1 is, how has y'all's faith changed since Vicky became pregnant? You want me to start? You want to start?
You can go.
How has y'all's faith changed since Vicky became pregnant? I feel like in the beginning, I feel like there were just a number of things that were like brewing. It was like such a chaotic time where I was just like, God, you're going to have to do something. Like, you're going to have to show me something, you know? And I talked about this on the morning devotion. Like because I was so frustrated in my faith and challenged in my faith, I went on a fast. And then at the end of the fast, literally like the 7th day of that particular week, she told me that she was pregnant. So it's just like, it's interesting. If you guys are into numbers and biblical numbers and things of that sort, you know what 7 means. But like ever since then, my faith has gone to new heights and new levels. But I've had to continue. It's not been easy getting to this point because we've been waiting for 8 years. We've been waiting for such a long time. And so my faith has grown. I'll say my faith has grown in this area because I've been in church my whole life. It's easy to just have like, I don't even know if this is the right way to say it, but like regular faith, like regular church faith.
Standard.
Like I have faith for other people's miracle. Oh man, this is good. But then my faith in my own miracle started to wane. And then you got pregnant, and I'm like, man, God, I'm sorry. You could do anything. God, you could do anything. How dare me not believe? How dare me doubt? You know,
I don't think my faith changed per se.
because you were strong.
I was, but I'm like, my faith is because I'm the kind of person, like, when I have faith about something, I just believe it, and I don't need a lot of assistance believing things. Mm-hmm. My problem more so is like my perspective during the process. So it's not really that I don't have faith for things. It's like how I deal with it while I wait. Because I'm a complainer. And one thing about me, like, I know the truth about a lot of things, but I'm going to complain along the way because that's how I express my feelings. And I feel like complaining is me allowing myself to have feelings. So I just let myself complain. It may get on other people's nerves because they be trying to like encourage me. And I'm like, you're not going to encourage me to do anything because I already know the truth. You don't have to, like, that's what me and Wanda, that's why she be frustrated with me. Cause like, I'll just want to vent and just be mad. And like, she'll be like trying to encourage me. And I'm like, I don't care about your encouragement. I know what you're going to say. Like, I know the scriptures. I know what I'm supposed to do. I just want to be mad. Can I be mad? Like, that's so me, and my perspective shifts a lot. However, I think my faith was always there. It's just how I deal with it is the struggle. But I feel like I feel like a little bit before I got pregnant, the whole thing about me getting pregnant and trying to get pregnant and all that stuff, I was just like, it is what it is. Like, God gonna do it. It's gonna happen. That's literally just my thinking. And I didn't feel like I had to keep like hounding on it for it to happen. I was like, it's gonna happen. So whatever. I'm just thinking about everything else going on. And then like, as soon as I got pregnant, even though I didn't know, I was already like, because you were still kind of wavering in your faith. And I was just like, why are you like, it's gonna happen. So don't even worry about that. But I need you to worry about all this other stuff. That's how I was. I was like, it's going to happen. Chill out. We're going to be good.
Right.
But all this other stuff is going on. I need you to focus on that. Like, you're worried about the wrong things. So that's how I was. I was already kind of like, it's almost like I was acting as if I was pregnant before I knew. Because I was just like, it's happened already, so it's fine. That's how I was, but I didn't know. But that's how I was acting. It was weird because I was like, even the way I was talking to you, I was just very like matter of fact with everything. So I thought that was interesting. But yeah, I don't think it changed. I think I just maybe my perspective changed, but I don't think I don't know. I've been in the same kind of space for a long time, probably like since 2020. Was the shift for me, and I've kind of been that way since then. Just like, this is what it is. It's gonna happen, and everybody just confirmed it.
Yeah. It reminds me of. I think it's something that I heard, and then it's like stuck with me, and then I started, like, kind of preaching on it and stuff when I would minister at church, and it was just like, this is the phrase that stuck with me. A faith that hasn't been tested can't be trusted. Mm-hmm. And God had to test my faith. I had to suffer. Yeah. I had to endure. I had to truly put my money where my mouth was. I really had to sow into what I was truly believing God for. And God's like, okay, like you saying that you have faith, but your actions are showing me that you have doubt. And faith and doubt don't mix.
Yeah.
And, I think, that's one of the things that I had to really come to. And I had to get to a place where I would say, okay, God, like, I'm going to go after you.
Right.
And get answers from you and seek your face. That's what the Bible says. Seek ye first the kingdom of God. Like, I really just dug into the word and dug into prayer and dug into fasting, like outside of the church. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't always have to go on corporate fasts and stuff. Like, sometimes you just need to know, like, man, I need to do this for me. Mm-hmm. Like, I need to get clear and concise directions from God for myself. Right. Like, I need to understand, okay, God, clearly this is a test because you're not teasing me, but maybe, I've said this before, maybe there's some things that I need to learn before you bless me with what I've been asking you for, so I don't fumble the bag, so I don't forfeit the blessing, so I don't mistreat what it is that you're trying to bless me with. So what's supposed to be a blessing doesn't end up being a burden because I'm not ready.
Right.
So my faith has grown. I believe God for anything. It's I still have.
You're getting there.
No, I will still allow.
Because some stuff I'd be like,
allow my eyes.
Yes.
To hinder what I truly believe.
Right.
But I do believe. It's just
you do. You're cautious. Cam, the thing about Cam that frustrates me so much is like he is very grounded. He's a very grounded person. He's very like level, like feet on the ground. I'm head in the clouds. Okay. That's we're opposite in that kind of way. Like I'm the risk taker and I'm just like, yeah, just do it. Like I just be like, yeah, just do what you want. Like, don't listen to anybody. Do what you want. Like, that's how I am. I'm like very like, just live your life. Don't care what people think. Do what you got to do. Like, you know what I mean? And Cam he's very grounded and like he thinks before he does things. He makes sure that every decision he makes is precisely the exact time and the exact, like, in exactly the way it's supposed to be done by the book, follow the rules. That's how he is. And it frustrates me because some things, especially the way that our life is, like we're entrepreneurs, you're in ministry, like the things that we do are not conventional.
Right.
So you can't be grounded in unconventional settings. You have to take a lot of risks.
Yeah.
And so it's hard for him to do that because he's so used to the structure and like doing things the right way, doing things by the book. You can't do this until you have this degree. You can't talk about this until you have this training. You can't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like there's things in him that like need to come out, but he won't let it because he's like, I'm not ready. Like I have to be here before I do this. Or like, I can't say that because I don't want people to think that I'm trying to be like, that I think I'm somebody or something. And I'm just like, who cares? Like, you're you for a reason. Just be that.
Girl, you preaching to me.
I mean, I say this to him all the time because that's how I've lived my life, like pretty much my whole life. Like I just be doing stuff when I feel like doing it. And like when I feel led to do it, I just do it. And then if it works out, cool. If it doesn't, oh well, move on to something else. Like that's how I am. So it frustrates me when I see people like boxing themselves in because I'm like, there's so much potential in the unknown if you just like try, you know? So that's where I feel like I don't think necessarily it's like you lacking faith. I think it's just you like not trusting yourself.
Right.
It's not really like you don't have faith. It's like you just don't. You have to have the faith, but also trust yourself too. Like, you know what I mean? I
totally, because literally I was driving earlier, driving out to the mall, and like I just had this thought that not necessarily that I'm good enough, because I know that I'm good enough, and not on anything cocky, but it's like I can do this. when I start thinking about all that's going on in our life right now.
Yes.
And I was like, man, because
Yes.
you just talked about it. Like I'm like, man, I'll be wanting to have this preparation. Man, I need to go to this and I need to have this degree and I need to have this person sign off on it. And it's like,
they do not care.
Bro.
Life doesn't care. It keeps going.
Like God literally said, I heard this. I don't know. I felt like it was God. It's like, you can do this. Whatever this is, whatever this next season is, like, you can do this.
Yes. Like, literally, God made you the way you are. He equipped you with all the things that you need. Just do it.
You can do this. That's why that's why God gave me the message, because I started rethinking. I'm like, man, I didn't preach this message, and now it's hitting me 2 days later.
Right.
Like, bro, walk in big. You can do this. We're going live tonight. This is late, but yeah. You can do this.
Yes. That's what I've been trying to get you to realize this whole time. It's like, it's funny because like I can say things over and over to Cam and he won't hear me. He does not hear me. It bounces off his ears and goes somewhere else. And then all of a sudden one day he'll get an epiphany and be like, God told me this. And I'm like, N-word. I literally said that to you 3 weeks ago. It's just funny when he gets it because it's like, I know he has to get it for himself. So I just try not to keep hounding on him. Lately, in my pregnant days, I don't care. And I just keep saying things because they just, for some reason, I can't. It's word vomit. I cannot stop talking. Like, I can't stop saying my feelings. I try to hold them in. They don't stay there. So lately I've been like, well, you need to do this. I don't like when you do that. You need to get it together. That's how I am right now. So, you know, maybe that's baby talking. Like, hey, what's up, Pops?
Hey, I
Get
mean,
it together.
And it's great because there has to be, and this isn't a part of the question, but like, as we transition from different seasons of our lives, right? We're pre-parent. We're in the pre-parent stage, right? Little one's not here yet.
Right.
So we're shifting from the season of not expecting to we're expecting, and all that comes with expecting. Then there'll be a shift into, okay, baby's here.
Right.
Now you have to manage that season of baby being here.
Right.
And, you know, then baby will be 2, and then baby will be 6, and then baby will be 12. Like,
a lot of years.
you know what I'm saying? Just the different phases. And as you go through that, God has to equip you in each of those phases, in each of those seasons. That's why I think we were talking to Wanda and Lo, and I was saying, like, bro, and I think Wanda was saying, she was agreeing with you, like, husbands, did I say this already? Husbands, God not only speaks to you directly, but he can speak to you through your wife. And a lot of times for me, like, I am one of those people that, like, I'm going to pray, even though I know what my wife said, and it's wise counsel. It's like, I'm one of those people. I need like 3 or 4 confirmations.
He needs
I need to be driving, and then I see a bus
maybe it's
that drive by that say, man, babe, you just said that.
Maybe it's because when I say things, it don't sound like God saying it. It sounds like Vicky just saying stuff.
Right, because she'd be like, just do it. like, what do you... you don't be listening to me. Like, that's how, you know,
Yes.
and she's not nagging or anything.
When I say things,
it's just, you have to know, Vicky.
It doesn't sound profound. It don't sound deep. It don't sound like King James. It sound like I don't even know. It just sound ghetto and hood and ratchet. And when it come out, when I say it, so it don't it don't hold no weight.
No, but it does.
Maybe
though.
if I say it in Elizabethan, maybe if I use like a British accent when I say it, then it'll help you.
But it does, because even what you were saying to Wanda last night,
I'm gonna just give you the real, like, this is what it is
about the whole, you know, son thing. Like, she had Lo came in the room later. You fell asleep. You was knocked out. We was on FaceTime, and we were trying to explain to Lo, and
my theory.
Yeah, and me and Wanda was like, bro, she really preached. Like, like
day I'll
what
tell
you
y'all
said
my
was
theory.
really profound.
One day I'll tell y'all my theory.
And
I ain't gonna tell you right now.
We was mad that
but
you went to sleep.
One day I'll tell y'all.
We wasn't saying it the way you was saying it.
One day
But
I'll tell y'all.
bro, God be speaking to my wife, man. And sometimes husbands, God be speaking to your wife and you don't like the tone.
What does Norris say about me?
Bro, Vicky be saying profound stuff, bro.
The way that he says something about
bro,
the way
that she thinks, the way that she processes stuff, bro. I be telling y'all.
It's funny.
I be telling y'all, bro.
It's funny every time he says it because, like, I don't think like I think what I say be profound. I just be saying stuff that be on my brain. So
no, you be saying something like, hold on, girl, that was good.
I mean, I'm not trying. That's how I think. So
meanwhile, other people be saying stuff thinking they sound good and they don't.
Yeah, I mean, you know. A lot of my thoughts are facts and evidence based. I feel like that's why, because I don't just be saying anything. You know what I mean? I don't be making stuff up. Like,
yeah,
I try to be knowledgeable. I look things up.
Tis true. All right. Well, we're going to transition to the second part of her question, which is, how is the pregnancy journey going so far for you, Cam? Sympathy symptoms, etc.
Oh yeah, that's a good question because I already talked about all of my stuff. So don't ask me no questions about what's going on with me because I give updates. Okay, I done told y'all everything at this point. If you haven't seen it, go watch the video from my main channel.
Her main channel. And, subscribe to her main channel.
I have another one coming. It'll probably be up by the time this video goes up. Of the end of my first trimester and the first part of my second trimester. Symptoms and how my body's changing and all my cravings and how I'm feeling, how much weight I gained, all that stuff. It's all there. So
yep,
you ain't even gotta ask me.
Yeah,
but go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, the pregnancy journey so far. I mean it's new, right? Who was I telling? Like some days I come home and I'm like, oh, you're pregnant.
You did it today.
Yeah, like today, like I came home and
Forgets.
She was working downstairs shooting a campaign, and I was like, oh, yeah, you definitely have, like, it's not a dream, you know what I'm saying? Like I've dreamt this so many times, like, oh, like, and then like I sleep with you every night, like, and I know, and I hold your stomach, and then like I come home from just a few hours of leaving the house and like, oh yeah, wow. Like, so every other day I'm like, oh, wow. Like, yeah, you're really pregnant. Like, this is real life. So yeah, I mean, the journey's been good. We talked about, like, I'm always super conscious of like what she needs, food wise. You know, like, hey, I'm on my way home. I'm about to get Chipotle. Do you want that? No, I don't want that. Hey, I'm on my way home.
No, but bring me a burrito, child.
Like, hey, I'm on my way home. Oh, you give me a smoothie. Or sometimes if I'm already passing by the smoothie place, I just get a smoothie anyway, because I know that's what she likes. So yeah, just trying to be mindful, extra mindful of, you know, her ever growing child on the inside of her, and then her needs and wants and cravings and things of that sort. I'm also like extra cautious and protective, you know, not letting her do simple life things that really aren't that dangerous, but because she's pregnant, I'm like, don't you walk on the curb. Let me try to see if you can balance on the curb, because if you fall, I'm gonna be mad, you know. You know, little stuff like that. Making sure she's holding on to the handlebars when we get in and out of the Jeep, and, you know, it's little stuff.
I'm not handicapped.
No, you're not, but, you know, I'm just extra cautious, as y'all can tell from last week's podcast. Yes. You know, the housekeeping, the church announcements that I had to give, you know, the apostolic correction that had to go forth over the pulpit, to ensure that none of you get out of line and out of pocket, because you will be blocked. We don't need to rehash that. Yeah, what else?
Sympathy symptoms.
Yeah, sympathy symptoms. Yeah, I definitely picked up a few LBs. I picked up a few LBs since we've heard the news early on. You know, anytime she ate, I ate. Anytime if she wanted something, I was gonna eat some too.
The good thing is I'm not eating a ton of sweets.
Yes,
So
and I feel like your cravings are totally different than the first trimester.
probably.
Like the first trimester, you was always hungry. You always wanted something to eat. Like you're still hungry often, but it's nothing like the first trimester.
No, I'm definitely not as hungry. No.
Cause I was
No,
like, babe, we just ate. I can't eat any more than this.
No, the first trimester I definitely, but I also realized looking back, I probably shouldn't have, even though I was hungry, I probably shouldn't have eaten that much because I was definitely more uncomfortable because I ate too much. So now I know, don't eat that much. Don't eat 2 hours before bed. Don't, I'm trying to like.
But you were saying
it.
that you were eating because it
didn't
helped,
want to. Yeah,
it helped with the nausea.
Yeah, but my problem was I didn't want to snack. I just wanted to eat full meals. I probably should have snacked instead of eating full meals. I was eating like oh, I don't want some chips. I want some wings. So I had to, learn how to control my portions. But now I'm not even really that hungry, so I snack more and, try to be a little bit more healthy a little bit.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Other than that, you didn't really show any. I was looking too because I was like, maybe when I didn't know, I was like trying to figure out if I was like, he hasn't really shown any signs, so maybe I'm not because he hasn't. Like you didn't really have any like symptoms. Like some men get actual symptoms, like they get sick too. That's a thing.
Child, I ain't been sick since 2019.
Not sick, but like nauseous or like make your stomach hurt or things like that happen sometimes. But
no.
you didn't have any sympathy symptoms.
Worst thing I had was like a headache for like 2 days.
Yeah.
But that was like a week or two ago.
Yeah. I don't think that had anything to do with me.
No.
No.
So yeah, I mean, that's really it.
Yeah. Lexus has more sympathy symptoms than you do. Lexus was going through with me. She was sleepy. When I was sleepy, she would fall asleep too. She's like, well, I'm tired. I'm like, why are you tired? We just be on the couch tired together.
But y'all be connected and stuff.
We do. Me and Lex are actually more, yes, we are more in sync. We definitely are. Because stuff be happening. Like if I like have like stomach issues, she will have stomach issues too. Like, oh, what's wrong with me? Like, oh my God, me too.
Yeah.
It's weird. So.
It is. I'm so glad God made me a man.
We don't have a lot of the same issues anymore because I'm obviously not going through my
so
cycle,
glad.
so we're not synced up anymore. But
he loves me. I'm so glad.
Okay.
He cares.
Is that all for that question?
Yeah, that's really it. That's really it for that.
You didn't have any other questions that you
Now,
okay, go ahead.
This is the freestyle portion of the session. So someone did ask us to talk about baby names that we wanted to use that we're no longer using because everybody done stole the names.
Right.
So there were names that we like were sold on for meaning purposes because of the journey, right? And one of them is Zoe.
Yeah. Well, that was our girl name. That was a girl name way back.
That was like
2014, probably our first
like when we
year
first
being
got
married. We said that was gonna be the name if we had a girl.
And
since then, obviously that's a very popular name. It's already a very popular name, so it was gonna happen regardless. The name was gonna be taken. But then y'all wanna know what's funny? Fun fact: Gigi's name before we adopted her was Zoe.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm like, really? So we actually kind of got our Zoe, kind of.
Right.
A little, even though we changed her name to Gigi. But
Right.
we gave her a less meaningful name because we thought we were going to use that name in the future.
Right. Like my dog ain't had the same name as my future baby.
Right. So we was like, no, we're going to change her name because we thought, but, shout out to all the Zoes out there.
Your name is so powerful.
Yeah. The only other name that I can think of that I still had on my list, but I took it off because I'm like, forget it, was River. And I had a whole like, I had a paragraph worth of information on why we should have named our baby River. I was very set on it. Me and Wanda had a whole discussion about it. It was a whole like rivers in the desert thing.
I don't know many rivers.
My cousin named their kid River. So I have a family member named River. And then pretty sure Chandler named their child River. And then it's like I see it all over Instagram all the time. A lot of people name their kids River. Girl and boy name. It's a very it's a genderless name, so it can go with the girl or boy.
I was thinking about River today.
Yeah.
I still like it.
Two people. My cousin?
I guess.
It was on the obituary at my grandpa's funeral. I was so mad when I saw it. I was like, took my name.
That does hurt though. Like, man.
I was so mad. I'm like,
can we talk
on
about
the obituary.
Can we talk about the pain of somebody stealing
they didn't steal it, but
they obviously they didn't.
She don't know, but still, it was like, dang, now I can't use it. I guess I still could, but it's not as fun when you thought of it, but somebody else thought of it first.
Or like, so for instance, I don't know if I can say this. He probably don't care. But so my brother LaShawn, him and his wife, they have their baby girl Melody, but he had always told his younger sister.
Oh, he did.
That he was gonna name his daughter Lyric. well, his younger sister had a baby first, and she named the baby Lyric. And so he was like, I told her. I was mad too. Like, I told her, are you bogus? Like, bro, you know what kind of pain that is, man. Like I had my whole heart set on this name,
right?
And now somebody took it. So like, yeah, I could, yeah.
That's
tough.
I let go of River. It's okay. It had a lot of meaning to me, but it's fine. I can always think of there's other names with other meanings that are cool too. So
yeah,
I'm not mad about it. I'm not angry.
So
do we have any other names?
I thought there was another one.
Those are the only ones that I was mad about. We said it like we had a whole bunch of names, but we really didn't. We actually did. We have a lot of names we came up with over time, but like I etched them out of my brain. Like I just got rid of them because I didn't care anymore. Time passed, and I was like, well, never mind.
Yeah, I don't know. It felt like we had like a laundry list.
It really did. We probably did, and I just got rid of the names.
Because I thought it was like at least 4. Like really, like we took time, like we studied. Like,
where are they? I don't have them.
I don't know. They was in my mental Rolodex.
I liked the name. Was that on my list? I think I had Gia on my list.
You did say Gia.
But I saw a lot of Gias, and I was like, never mind. Let me name Gigi. So then I was like, okay, that's kind of weird if we name our dog Gigi and we name our daughter Gia. That's weird. I don't really have a lot of boy names because Cam was always set on naming his son Junior. And I was like, ew. But then also I was like, well, I don't have any boy names. So I hadn't really come up with any boy names like that. You probably did, but I didn't really have any.
Well, I was set on having a junior, so I didn't.
I want you to unset that.
I didn't think.
If you want to name your son Cameron, go ahead, because we're not doing that. We're not going. Ain't gonna be no juniors. I'm sorry.
I remember.
If we have 4 or 5 boys, none of them will be.
Y'all see, she ain't right.
Maybe like if we have like 3 boys on accident, and then it's like Okay, the last one. Go ahead.
Nah, you can't do
Because
that.
you can't do that.
can't do
Exactly.
that.
So you just might as well
People
not
do
it.
that, but you
They
can't
do.
do that.
I just don't like, I'm sorry. I love my husband. Y'all know this. I just don't like his name meaning. It's not even really the name. It's the meaning. It doesn't really have a good meaning.
Yeah, my name means crooked nose.
So, yeah. And then also, like, Cameron is not like, it was such a popular name in the 90s that it's like kind of played out to me.
And in early 2000s. Can we talk about this for a second?
Yes.
I remember
I know a
like
lot
the
of
peak
Camerons.
of our church's growth. We had over 2,000 members actively attending, like regularly attending every week. Children's church was popping.
Okay,
I used to work in children's church, and people started naming their kids Cameron.
I mean, it was a very popular name, though.
And it's just like, all right, y'all.
It was a very popular name.
like
Cameron Diaz was ruling the 99s of the 2000s, okay? She was in all the movies and stuff. So it was a
Yes.
very popular girl name. And then, like, I knew, like, 5 guys named Cameron growing up in school. So by the time I met you, I was like, that's his name? Because, like, I already have Camerons in my brain. So I have to erase them so that when I talk about him, I don't think about the other ones.
She ain't know no other Camerons.
I did. One of my best guy friends, his name was Cameron.
Where you at now?
I don't know. I deleted all them boys out my phone after that. I'm sorry. We was cool, but you had to go. But yeah.
I mean, I'm not 100% mad, because if we have a boy, he will have a piece of my name.
Yes, we already have our middle names chosen, so yeah, the middle names are sentimental, very sentimental. So
yeah,
because
it's just deciding those first names.
it's just the first names.
We have a boy or a girl.
Just the first names.
Trying to figure it out. So.
Just waiting for something to stick.
Waiting for something to just speak to you.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
It was hard to let go of Zoe. It really was.
Yeah, Zoe's tough.
I might still hold on to it. Maybe one day.
We'll, and potentially flip up
I don't
the
know.
spelling or something.
Because I really liked that name. I liked the meaning, and I love 3-letter names. So I'm gonna just be real with y'all. Some of y'all in the comments, because I did read some of the comments, even though I wasn't really trying to read all the comments, but I've read some of the comments. Some of y'all, the names that y'all be picking, I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, y'all don't be thinking about this child's life when they grow up. Babies don't stay babies. If you name your child Blessing and they're filling out applications for jobs and their name is Blessing, no offense to anybody whose name is Blessing. However, tell me how you feel about your name being Blessing. That's like if my name was Victorious. Like, people think my name is Victorious.
People definitely think her
and
real
I'm
name
like,
is Victorious.
do y'all think my parents would do me like that? Like, I don't think that's like a good name. I think Victoria is a name. It's a real name. But like naming your child like a word like that, it's kind of weird in a way. To me, just my opinion. You ain't got to take it personal. I'm just saying, that's just me. Some stuff is cute, like I think Ocean is cool. I love Ocean's name. I think Ocean is cool. It has meaning. I feel that. I wouldn't name my baby Ocean, but I think that's cool that his name is Ocean, stuff like that is kind of cool to me. But like, I thought River was cool. River is cool. It's a cool name. I don't like Lake. Some kids are named Lake.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, I have. I've seen it. Lake. No. I've seen it.
Yeah, I've never. Wow.
Wow. But yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Little rant.
Kevin Durant. Super random to say rant. It just, I don't know.
I thought we had a lot of names though. We really didn't.
We didn't.
We probably did and just forgot, but those are the only
We
two.
let them go.
Yeah, we let them go. I didn't.
We just let them go.
I didn't dwell on them because I didn't want to be upset.
We said,
The ones
what?
I have dwelled on, I'm like, man.
It's all right. We just gonna let it go.
Yeah, but
it just wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, I definitely have let go of River though, because I'm telling you, if you scroll through Pinterest and look at like inspo for baby parties, it's always like a river or something.
Really?
Yes, it's like a very popular name.
Wow.
It's become more popular in the last
so
couple years. Well, I've only been on Pinterest looking up stuff because I have to look up stuff for inspo, but it's like becoming really popular.
I mean, I really love River.
River and Noah are like the most popular names.
Right, and I really love Noah.
Noah is like so popular. Everybody's name is Noah now. I like Noah though, but it's really popular. It's very popular.
It's just such a great name.
You like Liam too, and Liam is one of those names that's super popular. Super popular.
I did like Liam as well.
I mean, yeah. I feel like if we put it in this podcast, we can't use them.
Yeah, if they're in the pod.
Because now you know.
If they in the pod, we probably not using them.
Probably not.
So
unless you just really like River and you can just cut out the fact that I said it 17 times.
I mean.
Because before you said you didn't like River, so I also deleted it out of my brain because you didn't like it.
I know, in the car today.
Oh my gosh. Don't give me
because I started singing the song. Chandler and All Nations wrote this song like years ago.
Yeah. What do you think I got?
I'm a river in the desert.
Yeah. And you know my whole thing with desert. It's typed up. I have a whole I have a whole thing like about Moses being in the desert and then the significance of like water in deserts and oases, and I have a whole thing about it. It's I have a whole
Oasis.
I could write a book. Wanda said I should name my kid Oasis, and I said
Oasis Logan.
No.
Talk about being made fun of.
Yeah, no, that's not even cute. It don't have a ring to it. If it had a ring, maybe, but it don't have a ring.
Well, here's another good one. Do you feel more prepared now than you would have been 7 or 8 years ago to be parents?
To have a kid?
I'm assuming that's why they're asking.
Yeah. No. I don't think I would ever have been ready to become a parent. I think this is a better time. Yes. Am I mentally more prepared? Not really. I don't think so. Maybe I am, and I just don't think I am. Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'd say yes. I think maybe when we first got married, I don't think I was mentally strong enough to, well, because it would have been a different set of circumstances. So this is how my brain is. So please excuse me. But it would have been a different set of circumstances had I gotten pregnant early. So I feel like what I would have been going through then would be totally different than what we would be going through now. And so I wouldn't need to be prepared for what I would be going through then, because it wouldn't be the same thing as what I'm going through now, to where I needed to be prepared for what's going on now. Does that make sense? It's like a different, because I think in timelines and dimensions, and it would have been a different timeline. Things would have been totally different. So I can't say if I'm more prepared now, because the circumstances wouldn't have been the same to where I would need to be prepared for what would have happened then. Like, I think I would have been prepared for whatever happened at that time, but I wouldn't be the same person if the circumstances were the same as they are now. Back then, I would need to be me now for that to happen, which was why it's happening now. Rabbit holes.
It's a matrix.
It is. It's like I can't think like that. To me it doesn't work that way. Like, you can't just be like, well, I'm better now than I was then, so I'm more prepared to be a parent. I don't think that's how it works. I think I'm prepared for like the circumstances now because it's happening now. I think had it happened then, I would have been prepared enough for it to happen then based on what we had at the time, where we was living, how old we were, how old our parents were, like what our jobs were. You know what I mean? Like, it would have been a lot different.
Right.
I don't think we would have been bad parents. No, I don't think we would have been. It just would have been different. I can't say what a 23-year-old Vicky mom would have been like, because we don't know. She wasn't. Do I feel prepared now? No. That's why I'm like, I don't know if I would ever feel prepared.
I feel like in big moments, big seasonal or like life-changing moments, or any like shift in whatever in your life, you're never really like 100% prepared.
No, you don't know what it's going to be like. Like, even though I can know all of the facts, like, okay, for example, before me and Cam got married, we knew a lot about marriage already. We were prepared, if you want to call it that, because our parents had been married our entire lives, and they counsel people. So they're basically marriage counselors. So we were raised by people who know marriage, right? And teach marriage and marry people themselves. So, like, we were prepared in that way. However, us getting married with that preparation doesn't mean we didn't have to still go through things and learn on the way, because our marriage is not the same as our parents' marriage or anybody else's marriage that we know. So we still have to go through things to learn stuff, which is why we did this whole podcast, because we had to explain to y'all what we learned. We still learned things.
Right.
So it's not like we knew everything and we knew everything and we were just prepared enough to where, well, yeah, it's going to go smoothly because we're prepared. You know, like, there was no guarantee that our marriage was going to turn out good. I think it's just testing the whole time. So, I mean, do I know more about babies and stuff now than I did when I was 22, 23? I mean, yes, but I've just had a ton of time to to watch other people and learn things from them. And so, I mean, that at just different time period, like, I just know things because of that. But I mean, I've always been a nerd, so had it happened then, I would have been looking up all the information, and I, semi helped raise my little brother. So I feel like I had a little bit of preparation. I actually feel like, and I think about this sometimes and I'll be like, I mean, maybe I shouldn't think that way, but I actually feel like had it happened earlier, I would have been a bit more like excited. I don't know. I don't want to say excited. I'll say I was more naive. So I was kind of like just going into things like, yes, let's do this. Like, it's new. Let's do it. Like, I would be more like, I don't know how to describe it, but like just carefree. Now I'm a bit more like concerned about things and like, okay, let me make sure we do this right and make sure, because I'm older and I'm like wanting to make sure, like, dang, we waited this long. So I want to make sure everything goes smoothly. Right. Before, I was just jumping into things and doing stuff, however, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because, I mean, I feel like the way I experience life is very carefree and, and I'm still kind of that way, but now I'm a bit more like grounded,
Yeah. You're only as prepared as you are prepared.
Like, I mean, I don't know. Like,
when it happens, you have to have faith enough to.
My perspective would have been different, for sure.
Learn on the go. I always feel like if you feel like you know everything and like, oh, okay, God, I'm ready. Like, then you really not ready. The minute you recognize you don't know what you don't know, that's the minute where like you are growing and maturing, because you recognize you don't know what you think you know.
Yes.
And so, yeah, that's kind of where I am. I feel like God is trusting us to steward this season.
Yeah.
That's why we're able to, like, he is trusting us to steward this child. So he feels like we're ready enough. So
yeah, like I said, I don't think we would have been not prepared, but I think it wouldn't have been like, I think I would have been like super excited then when it happened, but like going through it would have been tougher on me than now, where like I may not be like head in the clouds about it. Like I'm very like, okay, this is the process. This is what we got to do. But that means I'm more like mature. That's the word I was looking for. I would have had an immature approach to it before, whereas now I have a more mature response. Maybe that's what I was trying to say. Because, you know, when you're like immature, you just jump into things thinking it's going to be gravy. It's going to be great. Everything's going to be cool. Like nothing bad can happen. We're invincible. Nobody can stop us. And then life happens. And then you're like, oh, shoot. You know, now I'm more like realistic about it. I'm like, okay, this is the process. This is how it looks. This is how it's going to go. You know, so in that sense, yes, I feel like we're more prepared.
Yep.
We're more level-headed as adults, I think.
Agreed. We've matured.
Yes.
To this point, so.
And we've had a lot of time to have babyless fun, childless date nights, travel, and lots of free sex.
Sex is always free.
No, but like we weren't worried about, you know, I don't know. Like.
No, I get it.
You know what I mean?
It's funny. People used to say, I love y'all doing it the right. People that didn't really know us. Y'all love how y'all just doing it the right way, man. Y'all getting to know each other. And I would just be like, yep. And like, cause I didn't feel like explaining to them, like, bro, you have no idea. Like,
yeah, you just don't even know what you're saying. But okay.
But, all right.
Cool. Yes. We waited. Yay.
He would just be having all kind of theories. Some people want you to have kids right away. Some people think you should wait 20 years. Some people, you know, everybody is a marriage expert. Everybody's an expert. I'll be the first to tell you I don't know everything. I don't either. Just tell you what I've learned. That's all I can do. And yeah. Perspective. So, hey, thank you guys so much. Appreciate y'all tuning into the pod. I added some new sounds to the board because we hit that 2,000 likes. Listen, next time I'm up to ante. We getting all these views now. I need 4,000 likes on this video. 4,000 likes. And I'll add another sound that's going to bless you. If you figured out what the new sound was, type in the comments what the new sound was. And then they heard it. Yeah, but I want them to type in the comments because when you comment, it helps us out with the algorithm. Also, be sure to smash that like button. Get us to 4,000 likes on this video. All right? Appreciate y'all. Appreciate the questions. And we will see you again next week on Everything Is We. I'm your host, Cam. This is my lovely wife, Vicky. And we out. Peace!